Let's talk about Slovakia, a real country, I promise. For most people, it's the place you confuse with Slovenia, or the ghost of Czechoslovakia. They split up, but I hear they still share beer recipes. While everyone else is crowding Paris or Rome, I wanted something different. Slovakia, a land of mystery, castles, and legends, quietly being great without shouting about it. I packed my bags, mostly snacks and a healthy fear of bears. The brochures promised majestic mountains and fairy tale castles. I was skeptical. Unforgettable can mean a lot of things, just ask my DMV. My mission: find the real Slovakia, not the one in glossy pamphlets. I wanted legends, caves, and castles with a draft. Slovakia sits in the heart of Europe, but feels like the edge of the world. It's not loud or flashy, just calmly beautiful and a little weird. So forget the tourist traps and overpriced coffee. We're going to Slovakia, where castles are older than your country, caves are deeper than your insecurities, and the folklore is weirder than my hair and humidity. This isn't just another passport stamp, it's an adventure into the strange, confusing, and magnificent. Let's do this. First stop, a cave, because nothing says holiday like descending into a cold, dark hole. Slovakia has over 7,000 caves, that's a lot of hiding spots. I visited Domica Cave, which literally shares a border with Hungary, international travel, but damp. Our guide Jaro looked like he could wrestle a bear. He told us it's a UNESCO site, which I assume means don't lick the rocks. Inside darkness, dripping water, and rock formations with names like Weeping Willow and Royal Mantle. Honestly, they looked like wet lumps, but naming rocks is half the fun. Jaro spoke of prehistoric people living here. No Wi-Fi, just rocks and imagination. The highlight? An underground river. They used to do boat tours, but now the water's too low. I was both disappointed and relieved. As we shuffled along, I realized the appeal. Millions of years of water sculpting bizarre, beautiful shapes. It's nature's weird art project, and you have to respect the commitment. It forces you to slow down and look at something that isn't a screen. Emerging into sunlight, I felt like a slightly damp, victorious cave explorer. I survived the Weeping Willow and Royal Mantle. I was a cave explorer, cold but proud. Slovakia 1, my dry sock 0. And that was just the first cave. Turns out rocks can be dramatic, and I was here for it. Onward. Just when I thought I was done with caves, they told me about the Ochtinska aragonite cave. I pretended to know what aragonite was. Turns out it's a rare crystal. This cave is one of only 3 like it in the world. It's the VIP lounge of caves. Inside, the walls are covered in spiky white clusters, aragonite flowers like a geode exploded. It's as if the cave decorated itself for a party and went overboard. The formations defy gravity and basic geology. My science projects never looked this good. The guide explained the science, but I was mostly focused on not sneezing near the crystals. The Milky Way Hall was breathtaking. Thousands of white clusters glittering like a starry sky. For a moment I forgot to be sarcastic. Then the guide pointed out a heart-shaped formation. Every tourist spot needs one. Still, the place felt like a secret art gallery designed by the planet. Some rocks are just rocks, but these are drama queens. Slovakia 2 for 2 on weirdly wonderful caves. Maybe there's something to this hidden gem thing, after all. I was starting to believe. Next stop, castles. After caves, it was time for a castle. Spiš Castle, one of the largest in Central Europe. From afar, it looks like a stone beast sleeping on a hill. It's less a castle, more a fortified city. You could fit my old apartments in the courtyard. The climb up is a workout. No wonder medieval people were thin. The ruins leave room for imagination. Stand in a tower, feel the wind, pretend you're a brooding king, or just out of breath. The scale is wild, walls on walls, towers on towers. It's the architectural version of putting a hat on a hat. Every castle needs a ghost story. Here it's Hedwig, who survived a fall thanks to her skirt, only to meet a grim end. Medieval physics, everyone. Now families picnic, kids play, couples take selfies. Ancient history meets modern life. Spiš Castle isn't a museum piece. It's a sprawling, slightly broken monument to ambition and paranoia. And a reminder building on a hill is great for defense, terrible for food delivery. It's not perfect, but it's unforgettable. And that's the point. On to the next fairy tale. If Spiš Castle is the rugged warrior, Bojnice Castle is the fairy tale cousin. Pointy turrets, a moat, and pure whimsy. It looks like the castle you drew as a kid, rebuilt in the 19th century by a count with expensive taste. Inside gold leaf, carved wood, and rooms so fancy you're afraid to breathe. There are secret passages and hidden staircases. Every good castle needs at least one. Bojnice has its own ghost, the Black Lady, wrongly accused and thrown from a tower. Slovakia really liked dramatic exits. I didn't see her, but I had questions like, do ghosts pay entry fees? There's also a zoo next door, castles and meerkats, a perfect combo. Bojnice is a beautiful, slightly absurd fantasy come to life. It's not about gritty history, it's about living in a fairy tale. Sometimes history is just a rich guy wanting to live in a Disney movie. And honestly, I respect that. It's quirky, charming, and totally over the top. If you want magic, this is the place. Slovakia does castles right. Next, the wild side. Leaving castles behind, I ventured into the Carpathian Mountains, where the roads get narrow and your phone signal disappears. It's both terrifying and liberating. Forced offline, I had to actually look at the scenery, and it was spectacular. Rolling hills, jagged peaks, wildflowers everywhere, like a nature documentary but with more sweat. The Carpathians are the keepers of Slovak folklore, bandits, witches, mythical creatures. My guide Zuzana pointed out trees where spirits live and caves where dragons slept. I was both charmed and a little scared. We hiked Janosikovi Diary, gorges, waterfalls, ladders and bridges. Real adventure. Janosik is Slovakia's Robin Hood, legendary outlaw and folk hero. The stories here are wild. He was hung by a hook through his rib. Slovak legends don't mess around. In the Carpathians you feel small, the world feels big, and the air is full of old magic. It's a place for stories, and for getting out of your comfort zone. The mountains inspire epic tales and humble tourists. I was out of my element. And that was the point. Onward to more legends. Just when I thought folklore couldn't get weirder, Zuzana told me about the Volkodlak, Slovakia's werewolf. But here, it's not just a bite and a full moon. The soul leaves the body and enters a wolf while you sleep. To stop it, you turn the sleeping person face down. Awkward for everyone. The Volkodlak is a symbol of the wild, mysterious power of nature. In a land of deep forests, wolves were real threats, and legends help people make sense of the unknown. It's more interesting than Hollywood's hairy, shirt-ripping version. Do people still believe? Zuzana just smiled. In the mountains, old stories never really die. For a moment the legend felt real. Maybe it was just a fox or a mushroom, but the magic was there. Slovak folklore, a little scary, a lot weird, and way more interesting than you expect. Just don't fall asleep face up, or you might wake up with a story, or a tale. After werewolves, what's next? Dragons, obviously. The Liptov dragon wasn't just burning villages, it wanted to marry the princess. Ambitious. The king offered his daughter to anyone who could defeat it. Enter Jiraj, a clever hero. He didn't fight with a sword, he tricked the dragon with a sheepskin full of lime. The dragon ate it, drank water, and exploded. Science 1, Dragon 0. The story is everywhere in Liptov, a celebration of brains over brawn. It's a practical legend. Why use magic when chemistry will do? These tales are woven into the region's identity. The message, even the biggest problems can be solved with a little ingenuity. And if you're a dragon in Slovakia, watch what you eat, especially if Jiraj is around. Legends here are clever, weird, and just a bit explosive. I love it. So what did I learn in Slovakia? It's quietly confident, delightfully weird, and full of stories. You can explore a crystal cave, a fairy tale castle, and hear about exploding dragons, all in one day. It's not overrun by global tourism, it still feels real. And the Brinzov Haluski, life-changing dumplings. Forget the castles, go for the food. Slovakia is for people tired of curated Instagram feeds. It's for real adventure, even if that's just pronouncing the menu. Get lost, climb a ladder, wonder if that shadow is a bear or a bush. Don't chase the perfect photo, chase a good story. Talk to people, try the food, listen to legends. Come back with a tale better than, I stood in a queue for 3 hours. This country is quirky, beautiful, and deserves to be explored, not just photographed. It's a hidden gem in plain sight. Book a flight, pack your bags, and if you see a Volkodlak, say hi, from a distance. And for the love of dumplings, try the Haluski. My adventure isn't over until I've had at least 3 chimney cakes.